Hello, welcome to Phil's Woodworking. This video is the unboxing of the Sorby Pro Edge. Hello everyone, welcome to Phil's Woodworking. This is where I'm going to be unboxing the Pro Edge sharpening system. Firstly, I'd like to just say, give a few words about why I've decided to purchase this. Basically, when I first started woodworking, I obviously knew I was going to need to be able to sharpen chisels, wood turning tools and things like that. But like most DIY hobbyists, woodworkers, wood turners, cost comes into everything. And even though we are aware of the saying buy cheap, buy twice, sometimes we have to buy cheap because sometimes that's all the budget that allows us to. So it's not necessarily the reason why we want to buy cheap if we can still afford the more expensive one. It's because we have to. So my first sharpening system was with, and I will just get it, was with this bench grinder from Lidl's. It's a 6-inch bench grinder and it works really well. I've got no problem with the bench grinder itself. It's pretty reliable. It could do with some finer stones. And with that bench grinder, I purchased from eBay this system that obviously it's got quite a long tube there, square tube, with this bit, which is to replicate, I believe it's called the Wolverine sharpening system. It's a very basic system, this one, but with that system it worked quite well. But at the same time I still had my eye on one of these. I was using quite a coarse grit on the wheel, so I was getting an okay sharpening of the tool, and it cut well. But as you start getting better at wood turning, you start noticing that you need to sharpen your tools a lot better. Now I tried to do this system on a budget and it didn't work. Simple as that. It didn't work. There are people that have made it work because they've had the time and the ability to add things to what they purchased, which is what I've purchased, and I'll show you in a second. But for myself, I didn't have the time to do those extra bits on the machine to make it work like this. So I'm going to just turn you around now and show you what I was doing to try and improve my sharpening, and you may even laugh, but there you go. So I purchased one of these from Aldi's, and it looks similar. Obviously it isn't anywhere near as good as the Sorby one. Now why hasn't that worked? Mainly because you can't get the angle right on the grind. Now at the weekend I was trying to turn a bowl, and I'll turn you around and show you what I was trying to do. Piece of purple heart on there, trying to make a nice bowl. And I could not get my chisel sharp enough to cut that nicely. So I stormed in the house and sat down, looked online, looked at prices for this, begged, grovelled, pleaded with my wife, which eventually she gave up and said yes. And it's arrived today. And now this is the deluxe version, so it's for the wood turners. But obviously you can buy all sorts of attachments for it, for woodworkers, for their chisels as well. And this did come in a bigger cardboard box because this was separate from this bit, but I've not opened the whole machine. I have opened this bit just to see what was inside because I'd ordered a couple of, well, actually one extra part. Sorry if we're getting a bit blurry. There we go. Okay. So I did order to make sure it was there, and it was, thankfully. Now, this came from Oliver's Woodturning. There you go. This I feel was the best price. I did quite a few searches and things like that to see and working out prices for delivery and everything like that, taking all that into account. And Oliver's Woodturning came out at a pretty good price. Now I ordered this on Sunday evening and it arrived at 11 o'clock on the Tuesday, and to me that was fantastic delivery. I really didn't expect it to be quite that big. I'm sorry if I'm getting this really, you wouldn't believe it, everywhere else is full of snow today. Here it has snowed, but it's just bright sunshine all day, and I should be pointing it the other way, but this is the best space I've got for this, unfortunately. But yeah, so this is the Oliver's Woodturning catalogue, and it's got loads of, if you've never shopped there before, this is my second purchase from Oliver's, and it gives you, and I'm just going to try and find it, gives you lots of stuff for wood turners and woodworkers, not just wood turners. If I can find the page, where are we? Here we go. Right, so as you can see on there, it's got the machine, you can buy a cabinet, and there's all sorts of things, extras on there. And then you've got more jigs and little angle guides and all your belts that you can purchase. Now I think the only one on belt side, oh yes, it has got the diamond belt. Diamond belt is apparently the best belt for wood turners, but it's expensive. But it lasts a while, apparently, quite a while. Future. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show you what came in the little box. A 240 grit. Now I can't remember what type of thing. Hold on a second. Let me get a quick. Can't remember the name of it. Aluminium oxide belt. So you get that with your machine, even if you don't go for the deluxe package. It's 240 grit, that one. I ordered this one separately, and this is the 1200 Trizac belt. And you get a bag. This is for the deluxe version, you get this these extras. And I'll just open up the package and show you. So you get the fingernail clamp for doing fingernail grinds on your wood turning tools. You get the skew chisel guide. We'll see that later. And I believe that is for your gouge normal grind. That's a little V block. And then you get this, which is what the fingernail grind holder goes into, and you use this on the rod on the machine. Now this is just going to be an unboxing video, guys. In the future I will do an explanation on how it works, but this is just to get into the box and to see what's going on and what we get with it. So I'll put them away all nice and safely back in the box. Now then, I'm just making some room because I've left my workshop in a state because I threw a wobbly. So I'm just making some room to be able to get this box apart. Okay. So this is the first time opening the box and take out the staples. And whilst I'm taking this out, I will have to say the packaging box that this box came in was a nice big cardboard box, and it was really nicely put together, so I can't fault on the packaging. So there's that undone, the staples taken out. This is obviously, this bit is obviously from Robert Sorby themselves, packed up. And we've got a nice big piece of foam. I'll chuck that down there for the moment. And there she is. So we got obviously instruction manual with a couple of rods and your Allen key. And then we have another box. I don't know if there's actually anything in there, but I think there might be. There might be another belt, to be honest. There we go. Now, before I lift this out, this box is, let's have a look, see how big this box is. Put a rule over it a minute ago. Where's my 12-inch rule? I've got a tape measure. There we go, that's even better. Okay, now this box, from there to there, 18 inches tall by just under 13 inches. Now you're doing that in metric, it's 460 millimeters tall by 320 wide, and it's 8 inches wide, which is about 200 millimeters deep. I can tell you this is bloody heavy. I went to pick it up and thought, oh, that's a bit heavier than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, it is heavy, I have to say, really heavy. Right, I keep getting in the way of the camera, I'm really sorry. Now I'm going to try and lift this out. I'm going to leave the box on the floor and then lift it up. Remember to bend your back when you pick heavy things up. Health and safety as always. It's going to be an awkward so-and-so, isn't it? And we're not just going to fall out. Ah! That's right, needs sharpening. Okay, I'm just going to pause you there while I get it out of the box. Right, there you go, she's out of the box. And it's awesome. It's a nice piece of workmanship on here, my quick glance. Now, it doesn't look very sophisticated, I suppose, is how you look at it. You've got your motor that's all completely exposed, and then you've just got the grinding, whatever you would call it, quite exposed, apart from all the covers. So it wouldn't be exposed if it had covers on it, but what I mean is, well, I don't know really what I mean. So, yeah, looks cool, and I can tell you, it has got a lot of weight to it. It has got a lot of weight to it, so I suppose that's really helpful for keeping it nice and solid on the bench, even though you have got screw holes in the base to obviously screw it down to the bench, and that's obviously a good thing to do. Cord, the lead, the plug. Now I believe that you can get this in America, so I presume in England we've got the full 3-pin plug, and I presume this comes separately so they can just change the lead over to wherever it's going and what country it's going to go to. So there it is. Let's have a look. Okay, that's just a little leaflet for about all the different types of belts you can get. So that's it. I'm just going to give you, I'm going to bring you in all nice and close so you can have a bit of a look round. So I'm not going to touch anything, not going to put anything on it, not going to start it up yet, because I want to put this in place, and then I'll do some reviews after that. So, but at the moment, I'm really happy and really excited to get my tools sharpened properly on a decent machine. It's going to change everything how I turn. I can guarantee it, even though I haven't even tried it. So thanks for watching, and here I'm going to show you all the up close parts. Okay, so here's the Pro Edge up nice and close. So we've got the lead here, we'll just move that out of the way. So we've got a nice little diagram here which gives you all your sharpening degrees for, sorry if the sun's a bit reflective. So it gives you all the sharpening degrees, and this pattern here corresponds, if you can see that, to all these holes on this plate. So you just move this pin, and I won't do it yet because I haven't tried it. So it moves that pin and moves the table up and down to correspond to all these degrees down here. And it's a lovely piece of workmanship. And this is a quick, sorry, so this little handle on the side here, this is your tightening method of the belt. You see it's all gone nice and tight now. So that's it, and then to remove the belt, you just flick this lever, it moves really nicely, and you undo these little thumb screws to remove those, and there's one down the bottom here. Remove those, and that comes out. And then you just slide your belt out, and then that's the 120 grit. So in the box we had the 240, 120, and I believe in this one is probably 60 grit. So in the box was this blue belt, which is the 60 grit zirconium belt. So this is your really rough belt, which is to get your tools reshapened if you need to reshape all your grinding tool, your sharpening tools, and your profiles and things like that. So there you go, guys. That's the Pro Edge by Robert Sorby, the deluxe version. You can buy this machine all on its own. You don't have to have all the other stuff, the basic machine. But obviously if you're a wood turner or a woodworker, it's always best to get the other jigs and fixtures. So thank you for watching, and hopefully in the future I'll be doing a review of how good this machine works. So bye for now.